and then I can talk about the website thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's what we ended up doing. So we used Zach Morris, my OpenClaw. It found 350 local businesses in Utah, some of which who had websites but were bad, some of which who didn't have websites.
So a little bit of both.
Uh-huh. And so it found the 350. It found the contact info for all of them. So like name, company name, personal name, email, phone number. So basically it scraped Google Business across Utah for various different services. It ended up being more like landscaping and HVAC is kind of.
Well, that's just like, it probably just took like a random sample size.
Yeah.
And most home service businesses are HVAC, landscaping, plumbing, electrical, roofing, whatever.
And so it did that. Like that was step one, right? It did it successfully. Step two was, can you make websites for all these? I asked it that.
Mm-hmm.
It said yes. It asked me what platform did I want to use. I said, I don't care. Just keep my token costs low.
Okay.
It said, okay, where do you want to host these? I said, I don't want to actually host them live yet. Just put them on test URLs.
So they are public, but not on like a custom domain name.
Yeah. So it made the 350 websites.
And it made them like with like the Claude API, or did it go to Replit? And
no. So it ended up using more like Chinese models.
Okay.
Because I said keep token costs low.
How much did it end up being per website in token costs?
Oh, like a handful of cents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap. So you're doing a few
here's
hundred.
some of them. Here's some of the sites that it made. So landscape, electrical site, what was a plumbing one, a roofing one. So yeah, just home services across the board.
They're all most trusted.
Yeah, that's true. They're all very, very trusted.
All of my daughter's friends are her best friends.
Yeah. Okay, so it spun up all the sites, and you can scroll and get some more info, which it really just had to pull from. For a lot of these, it didn't have it. Yeah, pulled from Google. But I mean, it's solid, right?
It is solid.
Yeah. You mentioned postcards, I think. Anyway, we did the postcards thing. So I said, can you basically send all these postcards with a QR code where the owner would then scan the card and then see their site. I want the QR code to point to the site. And then on the QR code, I want it to have the information of my David AI company where they could then, call us to like buy the site, basically. I asked it if it could do that. I didn't know. And it said, yeah, you can do it with Lob. This episode is not sponsored by Lob. I've never heard of Lob before. It's Lob.
Is it like a direct mail API?
Yeah. It's lob.com.
Okay.
So anyway.
3-letter domain. They must be legit.
Yeah, true.
I do know direct mail is like a well-established industry, and there's a lot of technology involved. And there are APIs that you can use for this stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the postcard it made. This is the general design for all the postcards. It says, we built you a free website. Scan the QR code to see your new site. Your business info, reviews, and a click-to-call button, all live and ready to go. So that's the front of the postcard. And on the back of the postcard, it says, your free website is live. We built it for you. And then our contact info. Okay. So you scan it. You then go, it would then take them, to their site.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lob gave us analytics, which showed of the 350, 341 of the postcards were successfully delivered.
Okay.
So it gave us like analytics of that. So I want to say it was like 20% of them scanned.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 20% scanned. So I have one like part-time sales guy on my team. So I gave him the contact info of the 350.
Okay.
And
Some
I said,
retargeting.
Yeah. So I said, start calling on them. But as soon as we hear that they scanned, for sure, call on those like super hard.
Yeah.
And then tell them that their site is free if they hire us for marketing, and then just pitch our cheapest package.
Yeah.
Because we do, it's like a few $100. Anyway, it worked. And we have like a little over 8K a month in MRR from this experiment. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
$8,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue from this experiment that an AI agent built for you.
Yeah. That essentially they did every single thing except for they didn't close the final deal, which was my part-time sales guy or me.
I need to process this.
Guys, tkowners.com. That's my community where people are building businesses. I do AMAs, Q&As every week live. You can ask me anything you want. You can have accountability partners. It's about 1,000 people in there building, starting, growing businesses. Check out TKO, as in the Koerner office, tkowners.com.
So 68 people scanned, 340 delivered successfully, 9 got lost in the mail, 68 people scanned. I want to know from your sales guy, how many of your closes came from the scans versus the non-scanners?
Yeah, it was like 90% scanners, 10% non-scanners. It was mostly from people who did end up scanning.
So are they all paying $300 a month, or are some paying different
No,
packages?
some are, maybe the biggest one's like $1,200 a month.
Okay, how many unique customers does that $8,000 represent?
Yeah, probably like 20.
Okay, so 400 a month on average.
Yeah.
A couple do the expensive one.
Yeah.
Most everyone else does the cheaper one.
Yep.
20. So
Probably more like 17, but yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 or 3 of them closed because of the call. They may not have even seen the postcard. Just because it was delivered doesn't mean they saw it.
Yeah.
They might have closed without a postcard. You probably don't even know that.
Yeah, we wouldn't. Yeah.
But of the 68 people that scanned it, they showed enough intent to say yes to the call.
Yeah. So basically, if we were to do the math here, of the 68, like 14-ish of those closed. 14
Oh, wow. Okay.
of the 68
20%.
scanners. Yeah.
20% scan, 20% of the 20% buy
Yes.
because of the cold call, the warm call.
Yes. But I do think, and this I don't think should be neglected, is I think that the uniqueness of them actually seeing the QR code postcard to their website, I think that already signaled enough like, oh, these guys are like legit.
Yeah.
They're thinking outside the box. I like that, because most business owners get like endless emails a day
Right.
of like, oh, I can get you number 1 on Google, or I can, run your Google ads or whatever. Right. That's why I was like, well, let's just stand out. Like, yeah, could we use Outscraper and other things and like, just put them on cold email outreach? Yeah, we could do that. But now we're just yet
low
another email.
stakes, low friction.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a little soapbox here. I got to look directly. I got to look directly at the camera. So like, I think one of the magic things here is you merging the online with the offline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The more AI grows, the more we need that pendulum to swing towards offline stuff.
Yeah.
Because the easy thing to do is to mass text people,
Mm-hmm.
which is not compliant. You will get sued.
Yeah.
You will get fined, right? By the FCC. Or to do an AI voice agent, or to do cold emails or whatever. You did the harder, more expensive thing. And we'll get into what it costs in a minute, but that makes all the difference, because it signals to your potential customer that you guys are real.
Mm-hmm.
All the people in their inbox are not real. They're not. There's low stakes, there's low money, there's low investment. Mr. Beast's first viral video ever, the concept for it was, I'm going to give $5,000 to a homeless guy.
Yeah.
Right. And see what he does with it. He was going to get that 5,000 from their sponsor, but Mr. Beast said, make it 10,000 and the video won't do twice as many views. It'll do 100 times as many views, because that additional investment conveys to the audience. They see the work, they see the money, and it just gets them to click, watch, share, and get to the end. They're much more likely to do so.
Yeah.
Right. And so he twisted their arm. They gave him 10,000 and it got like over 100 million views, which was his first real big viral hit.
Yeah.
So that same first principle of human nature is conveyed here.
Yeah.
You're like, that postcard cost how much each?
It was like a little more than $1 each.
Okay. So you spent some hours of time. This wasn't like a 5-minute thing.
Yeah. Not counting the calls, pretty little.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You spent some time.
Yeah.
And you spent hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Right. Including the token cost. It was, you're still in the
token
hundreds.
cost ended up being like $10-20. It was pretty low.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, $400-ish on the actual postcards.
Yep. Which is about, $380 more than cold emails would cost.
Yeah.
So your potential customers saw that and you stood out that way.
Yeah.
So I just like anything in life, you got to have, there has to be stakes involved. There has to be risk involved. There is a risk to not taking a risk, right? Like if I'm afraid I'll get hit by a car, so I stayed in bed all day, then I'm going to risk like getting fat because I'm not moving around.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of avoiding or even minimizing risk. It's a matter of picking your risk.
Yeah.
Because there are no solutions, only trade-offs.
Yeah.
So your risk in this case was $400, but had you done the same pitch with the same copy to the same 350 people over email, you maybe close one, maybe.
Yeah.
but instead you close 17 to 20 of them.
Well, and off of that, like what the easy version of this is, I do scrapers, I set up cold email campaigns, and I see how many people reply, and I try to close them over email. Like that's the easy thing that people want to do because they don't want to pick up the phone and actually call.
Yeah.
Because that's hard.
Short-term easy equals long-term hard.
Yeah.
They're picking the easy route, but they're making their life harder as a result.
So it's like, okay, how can we stand out? We doubly stood out. The postcard thing and the actually calling. Like we want to talk to you.
Well, and actually making a website.
Yeah, we made the site too. Yeah.
So you might not know this, but this isn't my real channel. My full channel is linked below or right here. Go check that out for full episodes.